Let's behold the altar. A divine shrine covered in apples. Engage. Shrine of Earth. The runes fill your senses as you approach. The color is faded. This monument is hollow, void of all life and divinity. And worse, it's covered in rotten apples. A sacred shrine left in this state? It's an insult to Earth and all of his people. These old things are still around, huh? Are these rare? Can I pray here? Or kneel and move on? Are these rare? No, you will find shrines like this all over Norvik. These old things are still around, huh? Or a sacred shrine. Can I pray here? To what exactly? To Earth, of course. There are many gods listening to our prayers, always. Just remember that they might not respond so clearly. So I can pray to some random god? You may pray as you wish. There's an internal element to it that is underappreciated. Okay. These old things are still around, huh? A rock? Yes, they tend to be. Hard to let go of old national pride, but progress will always lead the way. Okay. I will kneel and move on. The shrine towers over you. You feel small. To cast spells, you must first prepare them at shrines. Ah, I see. Okay. Prepared spells can be cast when the cleric has a reason to do so, either in or out of dialogues. Each cast expends one spell slot of the corresponding level. Let's remove the apples. It does not take long for you to remove some of the nasty apples away from the front of the shrine. A small improvement, but big in the heart. What other gods are there? Many. You know a few. Earth, father of Norwik, Asgal Ashmak, Tokig the Gambler, or I'm done. Asgal Ashmak? Asgal Ashmak was a dwarven god of exiles and egalitarianism. Asgal Ashmak, a dwarf of a low caste born deep in the Lechem Muraz tunnels, where he attained divinity in 443 AE. He crushed the kingdoms and formed the Asgal Folkhelm Forge. The Asgal Folkhelm Forge. On his death in 470 AE, a great civil war broke out, resulting in the exiling of all his followers to the surface. But his influence was felt all around the Undercoast and above as his exiled dwarves spread Asgalism to all corners of Jor. Undercoast. A nickname for the undersea coast. The undersea coast, the gravity reversed cavern, sea and archipelago, right underneath the coast. Dig down far enough and you'll end up passing through the gravity flip, and then you can make the climb to the undercoast. Interesting. Earth, father of Norvik. You've devoted your life to follow in his footsteps, and Tokig the Gambler. A trickster, the type of god only famous for his ridiculous ploys. Tokig the Gambler is often seen as a silly goblin myth. A trickster goblin who united the tribes of Askani during the Divine Era, most famous for cutting off his right hand to fulfill a prophecy. Askan, one of the 8 bands along the coast. It is a cold mountainous realm. It is your home, also referred to as Askani. In truth, there are few goblins who still worship him after the conquest. Praying to Tokig would, if you for some reason would get a response, only result in the exact opposite of whatever you wanted. Okay, I'm done. Let's prepare a spell. Let's do that first, before I forget. Okay, cure wounds. Is that a... It doesn't say prepared spell yet, maybe I have to confirm. And then it's prepared, preparing spells. Okay, I've at this point played D&D before and Baldur's Gate 3 quite a bit, so I don't think I need to read out the explanation of preparing spells. But maybe with how it interacts with the gameplay here. Preparing spells. To the right, you may find a to the right, you may view a list of all your available spells. In order to cast spells, you need to first prepare them by approaching shrines, which are scattered around the city. For each spell you wish to prepare, fill in its empty slot to the right. You may only prepare a spell if you have a spell slot of the corresponding level available. Spell slots. To the bottom left, you may view your current spell slots. Each circle represents one slot you may expend to cast a spell. You may only cast spells when there is a use for them. When a spell is castable during specific situations in dialogue, the tile button of that particular spell will be lit up. Spell tile buttons can be found next to your spell slots once you have finished preparing your spells. Okay, so that's my first level spells. I have 3 of them. Okay, that's good to know. I guess let's finish that. We have Cure Wounds active now. That's nice. Okay, but do we want to pray as well? Let's engage. Wait, I can't heal here? I thought divine assurance, through divine assurance or something. Not precisely. The gods do not usually grant divine interventions for minor injuries. We could attempt a prayer of healing. Oh, we removed the apples, which makes it easier, so we just need an 8. Well, unfortunate. You focus your mind on Earth's symbol, his red eye. You recite a few words of remembrance before you sense the channeled strings around the shrine. They converge upon you. Mend you. Oh. Huh. Well, that's something. Sure is, but you sense there is something you've missed. What were those words, the ones you learned at the towers? Right, the towers, the home base of the Order of the Arcane Clerics of Norvik, also known as the OACN. Cleric, of course, a servant of a god, deeply devoted and spiritually connected. Typically a divine spellcaster given power through their deity. Divine, of course, means one of the 3 pillars of magic. It is represented by the sacred, the faith of all folk, their souls, and is granted by gods who once walked among us. Okay. We can pray, maybe? Staring at the chiseled monument, you focus your mind. You take a deep breath and begin your prayer. And tranquility. Okay. Let's contemplate the tea shop. You let your mind go through the basics of what you know. The tea shop was destroyed in the middle of the day. Minor injuries were reported. Your goal is to enter the tea shop and investigate it properly. That's it. Contemplate the election. The first election. Your vote won't matter. Your vote will be the most important of all. Ask those around you what they will vote for, and you might find your own voice along the way. Contemplate your class. Identity is not easy. It's everything from faction to home life to street. What you choose might be a first step. Choose wisely. Can I return here when I have more things to think about? Always. Talking to yourself, huh? You must be a lonely guy. Let's finish our prayers. Okay. Then we're done here. Oh. A great mountain of apples. What's this? A divine scripture. Where does it be? Where it does not belong. Well, let's trifle with it then. Shield of Faith. Memorized Shield of Faith. Okay. Let's engage. Can we prepare it real quick? Wait, okay, that's both of them prepared now. Shield of Faith. That a shimmering field appears and surrounds you, protecting you from damage. For the duration, any loss of hit points is reduced by 1. Okay, sounds good. Those should be prepared now. Yes, those are prepared. Okay, very good. There's some apples here. Behold, a pile of apples. Yes, engage. Central apple pile. You stare at a pile of apples. Apples are good for you. Whose apples are these? Not yours. Maybe they're grown somewhere around here? Or below? From the ground? Or from trees? Like potatoes or tomatoes? You are now hungry. Should these be stored alongside corpses? Of course not. It's nasty. It's just apples. They won't damage the corpses. Fucking hell. Something tells you that no, they should not. Could I eat my way through this pile of apples? You can certainly try. You have a feeling it might be worth your while, but only if you push to the end. You are not capable of carrying such a tremendous burden. It would be greatly beneficial. Don't waste your time here. At the very least, don't eat the less fresh ones. Ability check, okay. Start eating. Let's remove the bad apples first. Changing the odds, remove the bad apples before you chow down. Difficulty class 7. That's a lot of apples. Yes. Okay, I mean, we just need a 4. Come on. There we go. You look upon this challenge with determination. Your stomach is empty. Hit points. Digging in, the first apple goes down the hatch. Going smooth so far. Number 2 goes well. You chew it in peace. Now the third. Yep, that sure was an apple. Going smooth so far. Next one. This one was harder. Your stomach fights the taste. Getting difficult. One more should be fine. This is the limit. As you chow down on the apple, you feel your jaw ache. Your hands shake. Apple overdose. Dangerous stuff. You've heard of that. Scary. You feel refreshed. For a moment at least. The pile of apples towers over you still. You've barely made a dent. Yeah, so why did you do this again? Yes, eat the apple, apple boy. Feel sick? As you feel sick, you see something sticking out of the pile of apples. A piece of paper? No. It's a spell scroll. Dancing lights, okay. Lucky bastard. Those are worth a fortune, relatively speaking. The scroll is just for a simple cantrip. Oh well. You quickly memorize the scroll, consuming it into your psyche, as you always do. Some people at the towers used to fear your innate power to master magic like that. Which is understandable, it's pretty terrifying. Cantrips are spells that can be cast at will outside of dialogue. They do not consume any spell slots. You can access your cantrips in the bottom right. Very cool. Check out your cantrip. Okay. We can short rest as well. Dancing lights. Okay. You create a torch-sized light within range, making it appear as a torch, lantern, or glowing orb that hovers in the air for the duration. Whichever form you choose, the light sheds dim light in a 10-foot radius. Okay. That was helpful at least. What's this? A very important piece of paper. Oh, don't run up to the other guy yet. Let's trifle. Voting card, -1 intelligence. Okay, do I need to be even dumber? A scuffed voting card made out to Ragnar Hemlin. It's from a dwarven office for some reason, and someone has checked in all 5 parties on the list. You need to bring this to a polling place on election day if your voice is to be heard. Let's examine it. You pick up the surprisingly thick piece of paper with a shaking hand. Gained experience. The card is slightly torn and has clearly been drenched at some point. At the top it says Röstkort, meaning voting card in fancy Askani Dwarven. in big bold lettering. 5 days remaining. Alright, there's an election. Oh! It was nice to not think about it for once. You've prepared all your life for this. It's time for change, baby. We've never had one of these before. Neat. Very neat. Finally your voice will be heard. How does this thing work? After you pick it up at a district office, you only need to check the box of one of the 5 parties. Then you deliver it on election day to a polling place. Although in your case you need to write the name of the party you want in the corner along with a signature. Since you've filled out every box like an idiot. This is your one vote. You should indeed take care of it. Let's take a look at the list of parties. Nationalist, Party of Norway. The Inheritors of Earth's Will, a theocratic organization founded to uphold the old ways, headed by a magistrate and 20-something noble families. Magistrates, the highest government position beyond the Lord Patriarch, chosen to rule a district in Norway for 10 to 12 years, depending on their bloodline. The Lord Patriarch. Lord Patriarch, the commander of city forces and top cleric beneath Earth. The title is appointed by Earth. Currently, Lord Arkesam holds the title, having led the city for the past 30 years. He's a withdrawn leader, over 80 years of age, and has put most power in the hands of the magistrates. Arkesam, the Lord Patriarch of Norvik, the supposed face of the Nationalist Party, but due to his withdrawn behavior, most campaigning is done by the magistrates. Freestrider, Revolutionary Party. The new way. People in the East have overthrown the old wizards and gods. For years, the revolution has slowly crept into the city. Now it's time to finally join the free cities and get rich. Free cities, a collection of city-states in reeds, all united under the golden banner of Freestriderism. Norvik will join them, one way or another. Asgalist, Workers' Party. Asgalist, the workers who built this city, want to rule it. Seems only just. Their vision is of a fair and even society where those who live underneath rise up to show their worth. After all, why can't we share? Agrarian, Rural Party. Those who live off the earth, simple farmers, people of the land, the common clay of Ascani fields. Their political movement has mostly been swallowed by the Asgalists. All these parties sound dreadful, says Intelligence. Arcanist, Party of Magic. But we can't click because it's a failure, I think. Oh, maybe not that one. And finally, the last box doesn't say anything. This is where you can input whatever you want, or just leave it empty, for a null vote. The box next to each party is filled in with a smudged check mark, including the last empty one. Are these all the parties? Yes, all of them, at least that you know of. Okay, so there's definitely more. I mean, yeah, we can fill some in. There have to be more parties than just those ones, but we don't remember them right now. Good to know. Okay. Can we go up the stairs? I don't know what... Oh, that's autosaving, that's leaving. Okay. I don't want to do that quite yet. Oh, there's a thought popping up. Can I click the question mark, please? There we go. The air is cool in here. An esoteric effect. Okay. Now, 1 second. Sorry, I had to cough real quick. Now, who are you? Let's behold. A guy. He looks indecisive. Let's engage. You approach a shambling man by the apple pile. He does not acknowledge your presence. He is unaware of you. Greetings, citizen. The zombie, glancing under his hood, you catch a blank expression spread upon a dried face. What is your name, sir? He does not even turn to look at you. Um, why is this man not listening to me? His glassy dark eyes just stare forward into nothing. Wait, is this a zombie? That's a failure. Huh, interesting. What's he doing? The zombie is attempting to clear a path through the apple pile. He's probably been at it for a long time. So, are you a member of the undead? He does not respond. I found this voting card over there. Is it yours? The zombie does not even grunt in your direction. He just keeps working, slowly. You grip the voting card firmly in your gloved hand. It is indeed yours. Keep it safe. You're very rude. Did you know that? I'm thinking of voting for the nationalists. They've got a good plan for the future of the city. The Free Strider Revolution will be good for this city, I think, don't you? We need to establish an Asgalist government. It's the only way for us average peasants to not fall back into the oppression of feudalism, or worse, magocracy. I don't have a political opinion, so I guess I don't need this voting card. We need to establish an Asgalist government. A government with heart. You have become an Asgalist. Gained 5 XP for choosing this political stance 2 times. The zombie just keeps moving apples. The social democratic model of the dwarves is ingenious, just balanced enough to work with our human dwarven majority populace. A true working class revolution is clearly needed. Cooperative ownership of the guilds is the first step, just like Earth established with Norvikian collectivized agriculture. As long as we don't collapse like the original Asgalian Undercoast state did, or the Viscar kingdoms, or the 3 wings of Divini Torum, or the I'll go with the middle one. Am I boring to you? The zombie, the fleshball plank does not reply or counter your words. The zombie carefully places another apple at the top of the pile. He does not have an opinion of any kind. Should I defeat this zombie? Yes, it is only just. Do I want to? I mean, there's a treasure chest here. I don't know yet how this game treats zombies. If they are purely monsters or if there's more to them. Do I have a weapon on me is my question. Let's go away for now. If I don't have a weapon... wait, one thing. Can I distract it maybe? Dancing light? Oh, it's just above my head. Okay. Does it... okay, the light fades. Let's go away. Let's trifle. Oh, there's a wisdom tooth. +1 wisdom. Pickpocket item. DC 15 dexterity check. I mean, I get it. You have to be quite dexterous to pickpocket a literal tooth out of someone's mouth. My dex is only +1 or +2. I think. Let's try. It's +1. That's not gonna do it. With your fingers fumbling about in his mouth, your grip over the fancy magical tooth slips and zombie bites down. Yeah. Ouch. You instinctively move your hands away, but he still gets a quick nibble in. You're in his mouth? Cease this rummaging through undead moors, please. This is highly invasive behavior. Try to behave. I'll take a step back. I don't have any more apples to eat, unfortunately. Oh, no. Trifle. There's an apple. We can eat that apple. There we go. Get some health back. Consume. There we go. Now we're just down 2 health. That seems fine. Right, that's the spell book. That's just because I have a new cantrip. Do I want to fight the zombie? I don't know if I have a weapon. No, not what I meant to do. Inventory. Yeah, I don't have a weapon. I don't have any offensive spells. I think I'm gonna come back to this later. when I have like I don't know, a mace or something of that, like some typical cleric stuff. Let's behold a spiral staircase, ancient architecture, and let's enter. Let's see where it leads us. When you roll dice, didn't get to read that in time. The Viscan's Lair, Upper Tolstad. Okay, this is a way back into the basement with the zombie. Ah, there's a person. Oh, what's this? Let's behold. Mushrooms, probably edible. A swamp extract. Okay. Now what does that do? Plus 3 HP. Okay. A small fungal spore ball. These can be farmed along the undercoast. They do wonders for your gut. They are not mind-altering. Probably. I'll save them for now. They heal more than I need right now. An empty pot. Engage. Can I grow more? An empty... okay, empty pot. Looking inside, you find this pot to be empty. The pot was recently emptied. You can still see remnants of dust at the bottom. Not corpse dust, is it? There is fear. You must grow sturdier. Let's leave the pot alone then, given that it's upsetting to me. Okay. The third eye, the red eye of Earth. Jor left his mark across the bands. Today it is a universal sign of magic. Okay. Before I talk to the person, I want to look around here. Oh, what do we have here? That's... Do not consume these sludgy liquids. That's fair, I'd say. Don't drink mystery liquids in the corpse house. Can't really go past the corpse on that side. Let's take a look at this corpse. Your fate one day. Oh, that's optimistic. Trifle. Some crowns and some incense. I'll take the incense and the crowns. More liquids I shouldn't drink, as tempting as it may be. Okay, there's more. The stone slabs are designed to slide along the iron beams. Interesting. Ah, we can also zoom out so we can see a bit further. What do we have here? A tray of old incense. Some is still usable. Let's take it then. Anything more popping up over here?